Hello everyone, Ryan here with Product Impressions. It's been a while since I posted a video because, quite frankly, you get to a point and you just don't need anything new. There's a movie called Dark City that I've always really enjoyed and couldn't really find on any streaming services, at least not without just flat out buying it through Amazon or something, and I figured I might as well buy a physical copy, and then Best Buy gave me the opportunity to try out a new Blu-ray player from Panasonic for free, so thank them. Thanks to Best Buy for sending this to me. Let's go ahead and check out this Blu-ray player from Panasonic. For those who are interested, it is DPUB154PK in black. So yes, delightfully well named. Let's go ahead and get this all set up and see what we think about a Panasonic Blu-ray player. Well, I've had this for a little while, and I must say that this Panasonic Blu-ray player is a nice throwback to the world before streaming. For those of you who aren't old enough to remember, there actually were physical media that you could purchase and watch at home. I understand that streaming is much more economical typically when you aren't a big fan of things, when you move from one thing to the next. But ultimately, sometimes you do want to go back to things and maybe they are no longer on that service. So in any case, this is a nice high quality DVD player. I've had no issues with it whatsoever. One thing that I did notice, I have HDMI cables running through the wall, two shelves over on the side. There's some other shelves over there where I could set it up. I initially tried setting it up over there. The main menu for the Blu-ray player came through just fine. When it came to actually playing a video, it did not, because not every HDMI cable, particularly older HDMI cables, cannot handle a 4K resolution image as is required for most Blu-rays. So that is one thing to be aware of. You might have to buy new HDMI cables, run new cables through your wall, depending on what you actually need to have set up. So for the time being, since I'm not taking down my TV, like I'm not taking this off the wall and resetting up everything, I actually just have the Blu-ray player behind the TV. I can get to it through the side back here in order to put in a new disc. It's a little bit complicated from the perspective of having to hold the disc in place while the drawer is sliding shut until it's closed enough to actually keep it in there. But it is nice that the remote that it comes with and uses does not require line of sight. So the fact that it is tucked away behind the TV makes absolutely no difference. Or at least not much of one. Let me try stepping away for a moment. Hey, there we go. I was actually just too close. So I never noticed any issues with this when I was sitting on the couch and watching, but apparently that is a little bit hit or miss when it does not have the visual and you're up too close maybe. In any case, hey, there we go. If I hold it up higher, I get perfect. So not line of sight, but apparently some signal does need to get through. All in all, I would say perfectly good. It's nice to have DVDs. This menu that you see here is for a movie called Dark City. It was one of my favorite movies growing up. It was not available to stream without paying $4 or $5 every time you wanted to watch it, and so I figured I would go ahead and get that. It's also nice that with a DVD, you get special features. There's documentaries, there's additional audio tracks that you can watch and hear director's commentary. You can see documentaries on how it was put together, everything about the actors. So when it comes to actually being interested in a movie more than just watching it for the first time, it can really be good to have physical media. You can see a lot more to it. There are other arguments to be made for physical media as well. Overall, I mean, this is a movie from the 90s, so you're not really going to see it as much here, but you'll see better quality. When things are being streamed, everything has to be compressed. The audio and the visual, even if it says it's in 4K, there is some loss there. But if you have the physical media, it's going to look better and sound better on your system. You also have a lot more control over it. You can play it anywhere that you want to. You can take it with you to someone else who may not have the same streaming service that you do and actually watch it with your friends. That is very nice. It's also more permanent. We have in the past seen instances where like Amazon pulled people's ebooks off of their Kindles because Amazon no longer had the rights to it, even if these people paid for it. And we've also seen Apple force content onto people's devices. I'm sure there are other examples, but these are just the two that immediately come to mind. And if you want to actually have the content on an ongoing basis, you're going to need to have the physical media, whether it's a book or a DVD or a Blu-ray or whatever the case may be. It's nice to have the physical media sometimes. Going along with whether or not something is available through a streaming service, you can also get a wide variety of things in physical media. You don't have to just rely on what is with the subscription service that you have or whatever the case may be. You can just buy whatever you want, and you can actually get a pretty good deal out of it if you buy an entire season of a TV show. If you're a big fan of a particular TV show, you buy an entire season. You can watch that entire season. You can then watch it again with commentary or see whatever documentary features might exist on that Blu-ray. So there's a lot of things that you can get with physical media. All in all, is it worth having something like this? A Blu-ray player like this? I would say yes. It's nice to have something like this with your setup. If someone has home movies that are not available to stream, you can watch them. If someone brings over a CD, I know, once again, not everyone is going to even have CDs anymore. But it's just nice to have the added versatility, and these things do not actually cost all that much anymore. So is it worth having? I'm inclined to say yes. If you don't have enough HDMI plugs in the back of your TV, you can get switchers so that you can plug in up to 4 different devices into the same HDMI port and have it automatically switch to whatever comes on. So yeah, generally speaking, I am a fan of having a Blu-ray player. Having physical media can be quite nice. If you have any questions about this one in particular, feel free to leave it in the comments. I will do my best to answer whatever I can. But yeah, otherwise, like, share, subscribe. I will see you next time.